Hello everyone, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today I want to do a little conversion of a Escher character. I have one in here. What I'm thinking is, she has this great coat and I want to make a sniper out of her. But unfortunately, pieces of the coat are actually attached to the bolter arm in here and to the whip arm. So I'm gonna have to remove those, and hopefully without damaging the weapons too much, because they are quite nice and can be probably used in some other conversions. I know that the bolter in here probably gonna be completely scrapped, but I can still save the whip. So yeah, let's start from removing the whip, and I was thinking about just cutting around the entire hand in here, but it's just too much of a hassle. It's gonna be easier to just cut it here at the connection point and hopefully not break it, because all the whips thus far produced by Games Workshop were quite fragile. Wow, this one survived somewhat intact. So now I have this arm, and I don't even think about repositioning this one. I think it is exactly where it's supposed to be. It's just, somewhat resting. I think that I can just replace it with some sort of sword, maybe a chain sword from something like Sororitas. That's gonna be fine. And now this arm, this is much more complex to cut, but I can see if I just cut here above the elbow, I should get the part with the piece of cape of her greatcoat, and this still kind of saves the bolter and the arm holding it, so maybe I'm gonna be able to use it in the future. So I only just blue tag it together, and now there's a lot of cleanup necessary. But this miniature is almost perfect for what I was thinking for it. It have quite good pose, and the greatcoat is of course nice looking piece of equipment. If this piece ain't gonna be jumping away from me, that's gonna be nice, but I think it requires some more cleanup. Just up here, yeah, and now it can just, I never know how to put it, even with the hand on. It was still a nuisance. Yes, like that. All right. Like this color in here is quite nice for what I'm thinking, kind of a buccaneer captain, maybe. So where's my bit thicker glue? Alright, there it is. Bit too much mess on my desk today. But there's always mess on my desk, so that's not a good excuse. So now that I finally figured out how to put this piece together, I want to attach the other arm, and I want to keep the greatcoat separate from the rest of the miniature for the painting purposes, because I can only imagine how hard it's gonna be to paint it if I just glue it together. I'm kind of anal about my painting, and it's gonna be a nightmare to get into all the little nooks and crannies. Just hope that this... Oh, okay. Well, I'm still gonna leave it separate. I'm just gonna have to squeeze it in. It should sort of work. If not, I'm gonna have some patchwork to do. Yeah. But what I'm thinking about the main body is for her to be standing and holding her hand up, and this completely destroyed it because all the hands are actually attached to the greatcoat. So yes, I need to put this together. So yeah, sub-assembly's idea just went into the bin. But sometimes you just have to change while you're working. So yes, greatcoat, just, you know, slung over her shoulders, and I want to give her the sniper rifle just kind of standing next to her, and she gonna be holding a hand on it. The only issue is the sprue with Eschers don't actually have anything that works perfectly for that. So I'm gonna have to look at all of the little close combat arms and hope that one of them is the right one for this work. Maybe this one. It's a little bit bent, but I can just cut it and then green stuff the rest of it. So yeah, let's first find her position on the base. Think where to put the rifle. A little bit to the front. Yeah. All right. So the Necromunda bases aren't too even, which creates a next issue. But yeah. Why I'm creating this one? It's like I said, my Space Marines have they use a Space Hulk, Space Hulks as their home world, and they actually managed to clean one up, and they have their own Imperial Guard and their own what do you call it? Their own nobilities living on those Space Hulk. So that's how they are getting the new recruits for themselves. And of course, you know, I said that there were Inquisitors involved in the accident as well. So Inquisitor, I'm assuming that would probably try to get himself a couple of assassins and stuff like that. So this one gonna be probably a retinue for my Inquisitor once I actually build one. Yeah. And now just a matter of figuring out how to put that arm to good use. Like I said, this arm gonna be chopped into pieces and repositioned, and hopefully I'm gonna find a nice position for it. Okay. is in here, and then this arm in here. Alright, I'll be right back after I figure out what to do with this. So after digging for a while in my bit box, well, one of them, I managed to find one of those elves' arms holding a bow. It's a bit thick in comparison to Escher's arms, but position is somewhat perfect for this, what I want to do. So I think that just chopping out the shoulder here and getting rid of the bow should be almost good enough. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how to make her hold this rifle actually in here, which is gonna be the biggest challenge. So again, let's get to chopping and get rid of the bow. This is the least delicate job I did so far on this channel, I guess. Get rid of the shoulder. Now let's just check. Yeah, the arm actually looks kind of similar in size. And with this I don't have to worry, I can just glue it in here. Alright, so I need to make a better contact point for this. And yeah, I need to clean as well this up a bit, because while cutting with clippers is easy, it creates sometimes some artifacts that don't create a flat surface. So that's gonna be fine. That's the position I want it in. So I'm just gonna drill some holes to pin it, and after I've done it I will be back. So to sort out my issue with the, come on, focus, with the hand going around the gun, I will actually first drill it out and then cut the tongue up and try to unfold the fist. Hopefully it's gonna work, but first just get my drill, and I need to drill it through, which I'm already halfway through at this moment, and then just with the knife I'm gonna have to go under the fingers, open it, and then hopefully it's gonna wrap around the gun well enough anyway. After a few minutes of drilling and one broken scalpel blade, I managed to open the arm, the fist, and it actually fits perfectly around the gun barrel. And a little bit of glue gonna sort out all of the issues that are visible right now. So I only have to drill the pinhole in here and in the arm, pin it together, and then start thinking about the head. So that's how the sniper rifle turned out. There is a small issue with the hand, it actually split in the back, so I have to do some green stuffing with it, but thus far I'm actually quite happy with the miniature. And while I was, pondering what else I want to do to it, I started searching for my sprues, and I found this sword from the skeleton sprue. So only thing I want to, like I said, I want to make her kind of a corsaris, maybe a just pirate captain. So I'm gonna cut off this sword and attach it here. This is gonna be probably the weakest connection in this model. I'm using one of my thicker glues, and hopefully it's gonna melt it enough so it's gonna behave. Right, so let's just put her down and allow the glue to dry. And now it's time to pick a head for her. And it's gonna be hard to focus. Oh, there it is. So I was thinking about the first head in here. It have kind of a bionic eye, but I think that the one with the rebreather gonna be the best for me. I sort of kind of suck at painting skin, and since a face is the focal point of the character, I rather not fight with it on this. So I gotta use this one. And with the hair, you know, I think that I'm gonna skip the hair completely and I'm gonna make a hat for her from the green stuff. Or something like that. So just some glue and hope that those heads are universal, because this is first time for me actually building one of the Escher characters. Alright. Now that I see it, there may be a set of hair that would work with her. Why not try any? Like, I'm really tempted to make the pirate hat and, you know, just finish the look with that. But sometimes you may try to trust the producers of the set and hope that it's gonna look, and it actually looks brilliant. I love it. And I just bent the sword. So yeah, this character actually looks cool. Turned out much better than I was expecting it to do. I was thinking that this arm gonna be much more of a struggle for me, but this is actually lovely. Oh, just gonna have to be very careful with the sword, probably just throw some extra super thin glue to sip into the cracks and reinforce it. Now I just have to go and paint it. Maybe throw some extra pouches on her. Just see what we have in the Escher set. Oh, there are actually grenades. I don't think that sniper would really benefit much from grenades, but why not? And what else interesting is in here? I don't want a knife, I already have a giant sword. So yeah, so grenades. I'm gonna just throw grenades on her. Where to put them? No, I'm gonna completely skip grenades. Only thing I have to do now is to green stuff the hole in the hand and to paint her. So thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please rate, comment and subscribe, and have a lovely day.